Matt?
I just come up at the welcome time?
Yep.
Okay. And it's all there plus my little thing.
Plus your what?
The thing that I wrote? Or did you put that in there?
I didn't put that in there. You got that,
I
right?
have it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, do I read? I just read this.
I'll take care of this.
Okay.
You just take care of that.
Okay. All right, I'll leave that there then. Thank you.
Let us now settle into a spirit of worship with a moment of quiet, to be followed by the music of Sonata in C minor by Breval, by Cora this morning on the cello. You are also invited to light a silent candle of joy or sorrow at this time. All right, now that we've had worship, let's do coffee hour. Seeing Cora play the cello reminds me very much of my experience growing up in a Unitarian Universalist congregation. It was the place where I learned to sing in public. It was the place where I learned how to play a recorder in a recorder group. It was a place where I learned how to sing as a part of a choir. I even played in a trombone trio for a period of time. Congregations that invite people to explore things that give them joy, things that help them make sense of their world, things that they create passions for. Those are life-saving opportunities, especially for our youth. And so these words by Julianne Lepp mean even more to me this morning. We seek our place in the world, she writes, and the answers to our heart's deep questions as we seek. May our hearts be open to unexpected answers. May the light of our chalice remind us that this is a community of warmth, of wisdom, and of welcoming.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Worcester, a congregation of love, hope, and justice, inspiring people to take on the challenges of a changing world. My name is Jessie Trowbridge, and I am one of your worship associates this morning. And before I continue with the welcome, I would also like to let you know that I'm also a member of our church's Committee on Right Relations, which is tasked with assisting the congregation and its leadership in upholding our covenant of right relations. You might ask, what is the covenant of right relations? Because I certainly did. This covenant essentially calls us to sustain and support a courageous and caring community. This means bringing our best selves to form a welcoming, loving, and inclusive community of faith, and providing opportunities where diverse people and points of view are respected, and where open-hearted and open-minded discussion of our differences is encouraged. In practice, this means that members of CORE consult with the minister during times when support might be needed to bring people together. In my time on CORE, we have met to support congregation members who find themselves in conflict, navigated the ups and downs of maintaining connections to each other during COVID, and helped to facilitate a multi-layered and soul-searching church-wide conversation about a potential name change. Looking ahead, we'll be launching a survey of our congregation about how our church serves you and what would bring more connection and meaning to your experience at UUCW. If you feel there are ways that CORE could support you, or if you would like to be involved with CORE, please do not hesitate to reach out to myself or any other member of CORE. One of my favorite elements of the mission of CORE is fostering fellowship and enjoying each other and the unique gifts that each person brings to our community. And I'd be happy to talk to you about that mission. We begin by acknowledging that in Worcester, Massachusetts, we work, learn, live, and worship on the seized ancestral homeland of the Nipmuc people who survive and remain active as the Nipmuc Nation. We offer a special welcome to those of you who are new or visiting with us for the first time this morning. We are delighted that you are here. We hope you will join us in Fellowship Hall following the service for refreshments and conversation. If you have questions or desire more information about this service or any of the ministries and programs of this congregation, please do not hesitate to ask. We invite you to fill out one of the cards found in the pews. These cards can be placed in the offering plate or given to one of the ushers or greeters this morning. For those of you joining us online this morning, we offer you a very special welcome. For safety purposes and so that we might come to know you better, as you are able, please place your name on your video feed. Please take a moment to sign one of the attendance clipboards that are now being circulated. Though you are not obligated to sign, we appreciate your information and will use it only for church purposes. During the service, we offer an opportunity to share a brief personal joy or sorrow. If you would like yours to be read aloud by the minister, please print it on an index card in the pew and drop it in the collection plate when it comes around. These cards will also be posted outside the minister's office to be shared with our friends at other services. For those online, you can place a joy or sorrow in the chat, and we will read and share it during this time in the service. In the foyer are listening devices and large print service programs and hymnals for those who may find their assistance beneficial. Please see one of our ushers who would be pleased to assist you. I invite you now to turn your technology to worship mode. And finally, please note the announcements on the back of your program. There will be time for short verbal announcements following the postlude. We are so glad you are here and hope that this morning is an opportunity for rest, reflection, and rejuvenation.
Would you please join together in our opening hymn number 360, found in your gray hymnals, and rise in body or in spirit. Here we have been gathered side by side, circle of kinship, come and step inside. May all who seek here find a kindly word. May all who speak here feel they have been heard. Sing now together this our heart's own song. Here we have gathered, called to celebrate days of our lifetime, matters small and great. We of all ages, women, children, men, infants and sages, sharing what we can, sing now together this our heart's own song. Life has its battles, sorrows and regret, but in the shadows let us not forget. We who are gathered know each other's pain. Kindness can heal us as we give, we gain. Sing now together this our heart's own song. I expect you all to have memorized all four parts. Want to call forward our basket bearers, those participants in our religious exploration program who on a weekly basis offer us an opportunity to contribute to the ongoing ministry of the emergency fund of this congregation. If you have change that you would like to contribute, please raise your hand and one of our basket bearers will find you quickly. At this time, I would like to invite all of those present here today who would like to formally join this congregation in membership to come forward and join me on the chancel. And I would also like to invite Sherry Lynn and Vicki. Excellent. Come, please. Friends, we gather here this morning as an expression of our mutual quest toward personal and religious fulfillment. We gather secure in the knowledge that the truths we seek are not constrained by doctrine or dogma. We recognize that each of us, each of you, is here for reasons known only to the individual heart, and yet we gather in common fellowship to affect and sustain an atmosphere of mutual support.
Here, we do not ask you to believe that which is espoused by another. We ask only that you follow faithfully what your conscience dictates, mindful that in your search, you will encounter other truths, other convictions, other faiths. Here, you will be embraced as a member of a common family of seekers, all those past and present, who have dedicated themselves to the task of nurture, compassion, and action. All those who have been and are sympathetic to a common vision that no one person is an island unto themselves, and we are all members of a larger family of life.
Would the congregation please rise in body or in spirit and join together in the congregational affirmation. We, the members and friends of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Worcester, welcome you to our church. We invite you to share our common concern for justice and righteousness, and our belief that through common efforts, we may better shape the meaning of our lives. We pledge to you our friendship and our support as we strive to embody the common purposes that bring us here.
This morning, you have come forward of your own free will. Is it in this spirit of freedom, honoring your own religious values and respecting those who journey with you, that you wish to join this liberal religious community?
So would say it is. It is. Then I invite you as a symbol of this commitment to add your name to our register and receive the gifts of fellowship offered here this morning. Your name, and then this is 5 of 5 to 24. Please be seated. 5, 5, 24. Is it Juntos? Juncos. Maria Juncos. Yes. Please. James Igana. Chloe Ghana. Name, and then it's 5, 5, 24. Cheyenne Martin. That name here Catherine Powers. Name and then 5/5/24. It's Wilson Seltzer. Yep. Well, please welcome our newest members. Please be seated. Thank you so much. For those who are counting, that makes 15 new members this year. So I want to talk for a moment just about the potpourri group, so you have a time to think about where you want to go, and then we'll engage our offering. The good news is today that we have potpourri groups. So the first is, where's Leo? Is he here? Leo De Silva, you want to stand, Leo? Leo is going to be out in the gardens for anyone who wants a tour and to talk about what the summer projects are going to be related to the gardens. You'll note that we have brand new benches out there given to us by the city. And so there's all kinds of work that will be done this summer around the gardens. Let's see. I will be talking about UU camps and conferences in the lounge for those of you who are interested in learning more about those opportunities. Matt will be conducting a music workshop here in the sanctuary. Let's see. Michelle will be leading a conversation about UU bylaws changes coming up at our annual meeting in June. And that will be in meeting room 1, which is right across from the minister's office. Where is Sherry Lynn? Sherry Lynn will be leading a conversation about summer services and other activities for the summer. That'll be in meeting room 3 across from the church office itself. Robin will be leading a activity on pluralism in Fellowship Hall for religious exploration for all ages. And Corey, where is Corey? So Corey Pratnick will be available to for a conversation for those of you who are online, who would like to have a group of your own. Corey will be leading a conversation on developing online community, what it is that we as a congregation can continue to do to support those who are attending via the internet for lots of our activities. And so I invite those of you who are with us online this morning to stay. There will be a breakout room that will be produced, and you're welcome to either join that breakout room discussion, or you are welcome to stay in the sanctuary and to listen to the music that is being produced. That's our good news today. And in service to that, we pause to take up an offering in service to the mission and ministries of this congregation, which are plentiful and many. We thank you for your generous spirit, your generous heart, and the sharing of that which is a product of your own efforts, values. At this time, the morning offering will be received. One note about each of the potpourri groups. We're not doing joys and sorrows today in full group. I would invite each of those who are facilitating conversations to pause at the beginning of your activity and invite anyone who has a joy or sorrow to share to be able to do so before the activity itself begins. Potpourri groups will run from now until about 5 after 11, in which time we will return here to conclude our service, so about 35 minutes, which means usually 40 minutes by the time people return, because we are Unitarian Universalists. So please join us. Again, I'll be in the lounge talking about camps and conferences. Matt is here with music. Robin is in fellowship hall with RE. Garden On is out by the gardens. In the room closest to the sanctuary here is the bylaws discussion, and in the room closest across from the church office will be the discussion about summertime activities and services. Please join whatever group you desire, and for those online, you're welcome to stay in the sanctuary or to turn to one of the breakout room that's available for the discussion about online community.
keeping her a little longer. There's also some apparently underlying dementia that's coming up, so just keeping us in your thoughts.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Anyone else? So, I'll light a fictive candle for all the other kids and joys that people have that are unspent. What we're going to do today are 5 things, possibly. And the songs that I have here are from something called the Justice Choir Songbook, which is a songbook of pieces that are written basically to be sung any place, but also during protests. And it seemed as though these are songs that are interesting kind of in their own way, but you might find useful at some point as you're protesting one thing or another. And then we're going to do as many of these as we can, but I'm also going to ask if you will help with the final music today, which will be an improvisation on Hyperdol, which is Blue Boat Home. And so I'm going to ask if you will sing with us in the appropriate place. Matt is going to do a part of that, and I'm going to do a part of that, and then you all are going to come in as if you know what you're doing. And you will. You'll be fine. It'll be beautiful. So these songs, one of them is a round, and so maybe we'll start with the round. Could you actually could you make 3 more copies? Yep. And could I take one back? And it'll come come back to you in a second. So we're going to start with the round, which is love is. Love is, love is, love is love. And so this one it's actually to a very common ostinato, which is just a pattern that kind of repeats itself. Which many of you will recognize, but it's actually the ostinato from Pachelbel's canon. And so Abby Bettinus, who is from Minnesota, has put a new set of music above it. So let's just sing it straight through to start off with. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love. we have, let's do it in 4 parts, okay? And this time, as we do it, we're going to say, are you singing with us as well? No. No, okay, okay, but, everyone else here is, so let's say sopranos are gonna go first. And then we're gonna do this group of men. And actually, and Kim as well. Actually, you sing with the sopranos if you will.
Segregate ourselves here.
And then we'll do this group of men back here to go in third. So the people who are in first, basically you'll sing, and when they hit number 2, you'll start number 1. And when the men hit number 2, you'll start number 1 in the back, okay? So, and this is how we'll do it. At the very end, we're gonna sing it together first, then we're gonna sing it as a round, twice, and then the last time you do it, you're only gonna sing that last time. So you're gonna, after you sing, you're gonna sing where it says last time. And then after you've done yours, you're gonna sing it where it says last time again. And actually you're gonna be singing that with them, and then the final time we'll sing that so that everybody will be singing together for the very last time. Okay?
So we repeat, some of us will be repeating that last line a number of
Yeah,
times.
you'll be repeating it twice.
Right.
And we're not
Gotcha.
using the repeat at 3, we're only going to use the repeat at 4.
Yes, so the optional is not optional, everybody's gonna do it. Okay. Let me do, here we go. but probably wherever you were singing sounded fine. Good, good. So this is a lovely piece that actually, when we've sung it in the choir will sing this, and it actually goes with a piece called Paco Bell's Canon. And so there are times when I will be playing something completely different from the choir. And it's kind of fun. It's, you know, it's a little complex, but it's a lovely, lovely idea. Okay, so I want to look at one called Liberty and Justice for All. So she hasn't come back yet. Okay. Okay. Kim.
I'll chase you down. I'll chase you down. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so Kim, I asked Kim earlier today to be the leader on this one. And the way it happens is that we repeat what he says, what he sings. And so he'll sing and then we'll kind of echo it. And it's a little bit tricky because it doesn't all follow the same tempo. So follow along here. We are frightened. We are angry. We are rising. We are hopeful. We are peaceful. We are strong. We are striving. Won't stop fighting. Won't stop marching. Won't stop dreaming. Won't stop dreaming. Won't stop loving and proclaiming and believing. Now everybody together. Our voices are united, louder than all we can take. The time has come, we will hear our call. We're fighting liberty and justice. 2, 3, 4. Our voices are united, and faith we have gathered here. We have all we can take. The time has come, you will hear our call. We're fighting for liberty and justice for all. Nice. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Okay. So be the change. We'll do next. So the melody is going to be done by the sopranos and the basses. So and everybody can sing the melody just so that you get the tempo. 1, 2, 3. Change you want to see in the world. The change you want to see in the world. The change you want to see in the world. And change will come to you. And people who are altos and people who are tenors, you're singing kind of an inner part, while they're on either side, you're singing. Tenors are the bottom, altos are the top part. So who thinks they're altos? Okay. Anybody else? I usually just sing what the lawyer sings. And who's going to be singing tenor? Okay. Matt, okay, good. If you could do it, Mark, that would be great. That would be good. Today, that might work. Here we go. So let's do the tenor part. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. And change will come to you. Good. And then alto. Be the Actually, let's do the altos and the tenors, and then we'll do everybody. Okay, now everybody. 1, 2, 3. do the whole thing again. And we're gonna go through all three verses with harmony. Actually, first verse, everybody just sing the melody. Second, we're gonna sing harmony. Second and third. And why don't you stand up? Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Change belongs to And now everybody just sing the melody. Be the light you want to shine in the world. Be the light you want to shine in the world. Be the light you want to shine in the world. And change belongs to you. And change belongs to you. And change belongs to you. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't Gandhi wonderful? And the last one that we'll do, right? Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. And here, there's a leader. And then bass goes alto go, and soprano goes. So let's do that. Turn me around. Turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. I'm gonna let nobody turn me round. Gonna keep on talking. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom line. Ain't gonna let segregation turn me round, turn me round. Ain't gonna let segregation turn me round. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to freedom. Ain't gonna let racism turn me round, turn me round, turn final thing. Blue Boat Home. So I'm gonna look for your help on this. And so you guys, in the Green Book, 1064 is the number. And and so you guys are gonna sing the first verse once. Which number is it? 1064. You're gonna sing the first verse once, but it will come in like at the time, you'll hear where you're gonna come in, okay? So, and then after that, so it's gonna go something like this. Sound familiar? Now. That's it. So you're gonna do that. Okay?
Are we all back, or are there? Is there a group that's still out there? Yeah. So let me ask, let's see, Corey, did you have anyone online? Okay. Music group, do you all discover 5 things you went through?
Lots of fun.
Matt, honestly,
Lots of fun. And we'll sing these in coming weeks.
good. Let's see, what other group?
Michelle, our treasurer, prodigiously brought us through updates and changes to the bylaws, which everyone will have an opportunity to vote at the annual meeting for Sunday in June.
Excellent. And summertime activities? They're still talking, I would guess. So they'll be in a moment. Garden team, are they still?
We did a tour, and we're looking for people to sign up with me for weeding, planting, heavy duty, light duty, transplanting.
Getting your garden, in other words, we need people to get the garden on. Yes. Right? Okay. Excellent. Getting your garden on. Good stuff. This is the third and final of the Potpourri Sundays for this year. And Robin and I will be, and Matt will be talking about next year. If you have particular ideas about how to make this experience better, I would invite you to reach out to Matt, Robin, or I as we think about what we might do in the coming year. There are other kinds of opportunities that we can consider for these kind of different kinds of Sundays. And so I hope that you had fun, and I hope it was worthwhile. We miss the fact that many of our women have run away for the weekend, and I'm certain that they missed the opportunity to be here. Not. So we'll catch up with them as well. Let us turn to hymn number 1024 in our teal hymnals, and rise in body or in spirit. And Barry can lead the dancing. Here we go. You've got to do what the Spirit says do. You've got to do what the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you've got to do, oh Lord. You've got to do when the Spirit says do. 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 Now you gotta sing. Sing when the Spirit says sing. You've got to sing when the Spirit says sing. When the Spirit says sing, you've got to sing, oh Lord. You've got to sing when the Spirit says sing. 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 Now you gotta dance. To dance when the Spirit says dance. You've got to dance when the Spirit says dance. When the Spirit says dance, you've got to dance, oh Lord. You've got to dance when the Spirit says dance. 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 Now you gotta laugh. Laugh when the Spirit says laugh. You got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. When the Spirit says laugh, you've got to laugh, oh Lord. You've got to laugh when the Spirit says laugh. 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 Now you got to shout. To shout when the Spirit says shout. Got to shout when the Spirit says shout. When the Spirit says shout, you've got to shout, oh Lord. You got to shout when the Spirit says shout. Spirit says shout. I can't hear you. I cannot hear you. There you go. It says shout. Spirit says shout. Spirit says shout. Now you got to do again. Got to do when the Spirit says do. You got to do when the Spirit says do. When the Spirit says do, you've got to do, oh Lord. You've got to do when the Spirit says do. 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 May good befall all, says a popular Hindu prayer. May there be peace for all. May all be fit for excellence. May all experience the holy. O Lord, may all be happy. May all be healthy. May all experience what is good. May no one suffer. Amen. And blessed be. Please be seated.
Thank you, Matt.
Are there any short announcements?
I just have one. Anybody who was in my group that would like to sign up to get information about when we rehearse and stuff like that, there's a sign-up sheet right here and something to sign up with.
You mean that you provided a music experience in order to get people to join the choir? Really? I find that hard to believe.
No pressure.
Everybody, UUCW starts their host week tonight at IHN, and I'm so proud of you for providing 100 hours of volunteer service this week. Woo! This is also our Crunch Week. Our biggest fundraiser is Friday night at the JMAC. We have a slew of great performers, great tickets. If you're interested in sponsorship, we are in the final countdown. We go to press tomorrow with all of our paper paraphernalia. So if you want to be a sponsor, I need to know by this time tomorrow, or let me know in fellowship. Our auction is open. Check it out. We've got bread by Reverend Aaron. We've got vacations. We've got sports tickets galore. Scotch. Don't know what's happening there. A lot of scotch.
Excellent.
So I am so very proud and happy that, this congregation supports this mission. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you do for IHN. Thanks.
Excellent. Matt, last week, did you talk at all about the bells? So, for those of you who are not interested in singing, but you'd like to ring, we have inherited 3 octaves of handbells from a Lutheran congregation that closed in Connecticut that my friend Andrew Borden told me that, asked me if I wanted anything. I said, if they have handbells, I'm glad to receive them. He said, they have 1 octave. I said, okay, that's a start. Then he called me and said, no, I'm bringing you 3 octaves of handbells, 4 cases of music, 3 cases of binders, and 2 bags of gloves for this venture. So one of the new things we're hoping to get started this summer, I think, in preparation for the fall, and especially for Christmas, is we have the opportunity to have a handbell choir. So if you're at all interested in that, and they're back here if you want to, you can leave it open maybe if people want to see them, right? Yeah, right? This is awesome. They need to be cleaned within an inch of their lives, which we will do as well. But this is a marvelous gift for us and something to expand our music program. Let's eat.